core class, as I specified in the email I sent, you should do the last week's ball exercises, but only 2 sets. I mean, you can do 3. I would love for you to do 3, but just in the interest of keeping it to an hour-long session, you would do those each 2 times, and then you would do these turnout exercises, and then go back to the other video to finish up with the stretches and the lunge positions that I had included for last week for March. And then also, you got to do your burpee and your plank challenge. I haven't seen, but maybe a third of you post on the shared document that I sent last week. If you want me to resend that, let me know, and I'll be happy to get that to you right away. The 3 turnout exercises we're going to do are on the floor, and you will go into your back, and as you get onto your back, plant your feet comfortably, and then go up onto the balls of your feet. Keep your stomach scooped out, ribs closed, shoulders down, hands are just relaxed at your side, pointing towards your heels. Open your knees up. You can bring them your feet a little closer to your body, and you want to keep your weight with your heels in the air, and your weight is going to go onto the outside of your metatarsal, so like your pinky toe and your next toe up. And you want to try to keep your knees open as much as possible. We're going to hold it here for gravity for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then curl your hips up. So curl and start from the lower spine, curling off the ground. 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, curl. 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2. We're going to do 2 more. If you get a cramp, you can stretch out, like I just did, for example. You can stretch out your hamstring. And again, curl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your knees open. 7, 8. Try not to close your knees as you come up. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close your knees. Go ahead and stretch whatever you need to do of your hamstrings to kind of get them relaxed and not have that tense feeling. And I may be feeling it a lot more right now than you are, because I just did those a million times to make sure I could really get something out of it, and now I sort of regret that. So do like 4 of them and then take a breather and move on to these other exercises, and then you can go back and do a couple more if you want. So the next one is new to most of you, and I was trying to get a little creative in your home space, and I thought, oh, let's do something against the wall. And then as I walked around my house, I was like, I don't have any walls. Like, all my walls are angled and turned weird, or they have furniture on them. So I'm going to use my couch as my wall, but this exercise, if you have like a long hallway that leads to bathrooms or your bedrooms or something, you could lay down in a narrow hallway and be able to do this against the wall really easily. So what we're going to do is put our head on our arm, and I've got my bottom foot, whichever side you do, put your bottom foot flat against the wall and bend the bottom knee so it feels comfortable. Then make sure your hips are stacked and you're not laying back, but everything is touching the wall. Then your top leg is going to start pointing down away from you, touching the wall. So I'm going to push against the wall with my heel. Then we're going to turn that pinky toe back so the femoral bone is rotating in the socket. Lift it a little bit, keeping touching the wall. That's the hard part. Go to parallel, turn out. We're pushing back against the wall with your pinky, just a little higher. Lower it down and close to parallel. Still touching the wall. It never comes off the wall the whole time. So we go up, nope, we go turn out, 2 counts, parallel, turn out, higher, 2 counts, hold, 2, lower, parallel. The hold is the killer. You're going to start to feel that in your psoas. Remember, we're pushing back against the wall. We go turn out, lift, 2, 3, parallel, 4, turn out, 6, 7, hold, 1, 2, lower, parallel. Let's do one more before we shift sides. Turn out, lift, lift, parallel, turn out, lift, lift, hold, hold, woo, parallel. Yeah, I did that a few too many times today, I think. So now I'll try the other side. And again, we're laying with our head on our bicep, and the bottom foot is touching the wall, so it's just flat. Then bring your top foot back and push your heel back against the wall. Turn out the top foot so that your pinky is sliding up the wall, 2 counts, parallel, turn out, higher, higher, hold, hold, lower, turn parallel. Remember, we're trying to rotate this whole big femoral bone inside our joint. Turn out, 2 counts, parallel, turn out, up, up, hold, hold, push against the wall, lower, parallel. Last one, turn out, up, up, parallel, turn out, up, up, push against the wall, lower, parallel. And now I would like you to do one more thing with me, and then I'm going to coach you through going back through those exercises a second time. So the last thing is one that you've done before, and unless you have kind of an empty room somewhere, you probably won't have a wall with enough space to lay with your feet against it. So you can use your couch for this. And it's a variation of a wall tendu that we do at the studio. So you start in first position, hands can be here, or a little bit more challenge is to close those ribs down and keep your hands off the ground, or even do a pulse upward so you're contracting your abdominals. So the first thing you're going to do is go front, open, 2, 3. I'm not going to the ground. I'm lifting away from the ground. Now I haven't allowed my hips to roll. I'm just going up, open. I'm kind of rotating both of my heels towards each other. I want you to fondue. I've come off the wall. Push your heel towards the wall. Rotate to come halfway back. Open, hold, close. Let's try that again. Front, 2, counts, fondue, extend, halfway, open, hold, close up, open, open, fondue, extend, halfway, 1, hold, 2, last 1, 2, 3, fondue, extend, halfway, ow, ow, close. I gotta scoot over so I can do the other side. Left foot goes 1, open 2, hold 3, fondue 4. Don't let your hips tilt. Lead with the heel, open, hold, close, lift, open, open, fondue. Keep that heel forward. Heel is leading, up, down, hold, and 1, 2, 3, fondue 4. It's 5. Lead with the heel halfway. Pull the pinky back, 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 back. And 4th time, open, Reach a little bit further. Pull the heel forward and up. Extend. Halfway. Open. Wait. And. All right, now I'm going to have you go back and rewind and do the turned out hip curl with the butterfly position. One more set, so it's a total of 4 curls up and down. Then the second thing you're going to do is laying with your back against the couch or wall. And the most key important part, 2 things. You must be touching the wall the entire time. If your foot comes off the wall, then you're not working the correct musculature, and also you want to make sure you're really trying to rotate from your hip joint. You'll do that 4 times on each side, and then do these tendus 4 times on each side. One thing I want to make sure you understand about the tendus is sometimes when people open on these, they lead with the knee in the air. So just to come up, they're going in parallel and then they turn out. So make sure you take your heel and you're trying to keep your heel presented. And then as you go open, don't allow your heel to lead you down. But from here, take your foot away from you a little bit further and pull the pinky back and really try to crank that heel under and forward. And you're gonna so feel that, but you're also gonna have the world's best turnout. So thank you so much, and please, 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 you will hate me so much if you don't stretch out your hamstrings afterwards. So do that lunge, scoop, split, stretch. That is at the end of the other core video that I sent you, okay? And that way you should be in good shape for tomorrow and the next day.